Last call.
Last
Hello
call
there,
reunion.
ladies
Hi,
and
everyone.
gentlemen. Welcome to Last Call at Reunion Tap&Table on this fantastic.
Thursday, June 24th. No, I don't know. What day is
I
it?
think it's October.
October.
Last call. Oh, we already did that?
Hi, sorry, I got to thank
Day
you for
after
joining
Labor-
us.
Thank you.
Day after Christmas. What is it?
I'm not sure. It's definitely.
Today's Tuesday, May
Tuesday.
26th.
Is it really?
Yeah, I just looked like
There you
2
go.
minutes
May
ago.
26th.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, good to know.
So
Good to know. I did not.
day after Memorial Day, yesterday was the last holiday or the beginning, the official start of summer, and the last holiday till 4th of July. So
Yeah.
hopefully the beginning of the
Well,
summer.
isn't Arbor Day?
Good weather. Arbor Day.
Just kidding.
Oh, good.
I think June 8th is going to be a little bit of a holiday, kind of like
Oh
our
my God!
potentially
Restaurant opening day.
restaurant opening day.
Yes.
Let's
we'll
hope.
see.
Let's
Let's
be beyond hope.
June 8th is going to be a big day. And then hopefully all our plans go through. I mean, I don't know.
There are lots of things going on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later.
Let's
Okay.
start with a beer.
Tent.
I'm thirsty. I heard that you tapped.
So we
new
start with a
foam.
beer.
Yes. So
Tapped a new foam.
I had, as everyone knows, we had gotten that foam keg. We sold through it in less than 24 hours. We were fortunate enough to get another keg. So this is a foam Fever to Tell. It's a double IPA, 9%, extremely oaty. And I tapped it.
Fever to tell.
But we ran out of growlers.
Right.
So I
Till
ordered,
tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
Till
so I
tomorrow.
ordered new growlers. They ran out of growlers. So we had to get crowlers, 32-ounce ones. They're aluminum, easy to transport, easy to fill. So we'll be getting those tomorrow, and I figured we'd get them before 4 o'clock. So that's why I tapped it already. So
Cool.
we're ready to go to sell them starting at 4.
I love it because I want to drink some right now.
And
All
we'll
right.
just sell them at half price, right? So it's the
Exactly.
same price, right? Although you got to buy the crowler. How much is a crowler?
So it's all in the price.
Okay.
So it's going to be, I believe it's going to be $20
I'm
for the
interested
crowler.
to see these. I've never seen a single-use fill crowler that you didn't need the machine to
So
seal it.
you guys had mentioned that, and I was like, I really should ask about this. And she had sent over a picture and assured me that it was no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, they'll work fine. I mean, 32, 64, those are the standard sizes.
32 is like half of 64.
But those are the standard sizes.
Just kidding.
so this beer,
Why
like
do you-
I said,
perfect.
it is foam, which again, foam in Vermont is like, they have Hill Farmstead. That's number 1. Number 2, in my opinion, would be foam. And
Yeah.
it's like not even 1-2. It's 1 and 1A. So we're very, very fortunate to have these around here. I don't think
Oh
there's a
my God.
keg,
That's
within
crazy.
50 miles of us of this stuff. So
This beer is crazy.
cheers.
Yeah.
You guys did bar roulette. We don't have ice.
It's big.
9%.
Yep, it's big for
Big
sure.
and, like as we said, oaty. It has that
Any chance you can
has
grab
that vegetal thing going on.
It's got the vegetal thing. We
Yeah.
talk about that all the time. It's not always a negative thing. It's just
It
kind of a
sounds-
characteristic. I know. But it's a characteristic of cloudy beers, right? So all the stuff that makes it cloudy is the leftover vegetal matter that was in the wort that's been fermented.
I mean, vegetables matter.
Vegetals matter. So for a long
cut me
time,
off right
filtering beer was like a step you bragged about, right? Cold filtered. Look at a Budweiser. Read the banner on a Budweiser beer. Cold filtered.
This is the famous Budweiser
Coors.
beer.
Yeah.
We know of no other beer. No, I'm not going to do it.
I know.
Okay.
We used to have it memorized. It was part of like an initiation to a.
for the Budweiser.
You had to be a
commercial.
just for a local.
The
Just
bottle.
being a
Oh no!
part of
like
a local club.
that
You had to be
you
able to.
memorize the bottle,
Yeah.
Budweiser bottle.
Yeah.
I don't think we have
Each would
Bud Heavy, do we?
age.
Well, what marketing I love is the Coors. If the Rockies are blue,
Blue.
then the beer's
Beer's
good enough to
good.
drink or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And they say, what do they say? They never. And again, I don't know if
Never-
this
yeah, it's
makes
always
a difference, but they
kept
say
cold.
it never becomes warm.
Yeah.
Beer's always like transported
It's
cold,
cold,
brewed
filtered.
cold, all that.
Yeah. And chill transported, right? So
Thank you.
Budweiser is famous for chilled rail cars. That's how they got their beer all around the country consistently. Excuse me. All their rail cars were chilled.
From St.
Interesting.
Louis.
Yeah. So that's a claim to fame. And literally clear beer was a thing. So like this unfiltered style of New England IPAs, when they use a lot of oats, a lot of grain, there's a lot going on in here. When they leave that behind, all the flavor gets, when they boil it, all the stuff gets sucked out of that. right?
Yeah.
So what's left behind is the shell. You get the vegetal matter.
Yes.
And a lot of the IPAs, especially when you get to the double and triple IPAs, it sounds gross.
No. I just think
When
I
you
love
get to the double and triple
matter.
IPAs,
It's
that
gonna-
stuff is left behind, and it starts to taste like some people say boiled celery, popsicle stick,
Yep.
cellulose, potato flakes. Like there's this weird little thing. It's not always negative. It
And
just
you
means
guys like that.
I don't mind. I don't mind some of it.
I mean, people, this is the best beer in Vermont.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
something about it.
It's it's again, they're about to open up again, so I'm a little sad about that because whenever there's kegs to go with these places, usually business
When they open up,
is slow.
we get them less.
And so exactly. So
I'm
they're-
happy
they're-
for them
exactly.
Yeah,
because they'd way rather sell it out their front door.
Of
than
course.
to us.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because that's basically
Yeah.
like printing money for them.
Exactly. So,
but
good-
it sucks for us.
Yep. So they're going to be opening up. I guess they had said tomorrow they're going to start to try to open up their patio, and what perfect weather for it too. I mean, if the weather's like this, in all of
it's supposed to be, right? So it's going to
Perfect.
be nice tomorrow. Food?
Well, we have somebody commented. Nick, I'm going to say his last name wrong. Nick says we want Berg, #Maddie. So
well, let's do it.
Somebody
talked about
caught
a
wind that
special
we were
guest.
going to have a special guest today. So we're going to bring on Matt Borgal. Why don't you come on down, Matt?
Matty B.
Matty B, how you doing?
What's up, Maddie?
Just make sure your mic is
Air
on.
pump, air fist pump.
Yeah, I think he's all good.
So those of you that don't know Matty, he runs our back of house. He's our kitchen manager. He's our head chef. He runs the whole crew, helps us with recipes. He's here all the time cooking for us. He's also an old friend. Josh and Matty worked together for decades, a long time ago.
15 years.
15 years.
15 years ago? Was
Wow.
What
Yeah.
the
That
When
sounds
you were both babies at that point.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
pretty young.
I was.
You were.
Yeah, Maddie and I worked together. Well, we worked in the same restaurant in Westboro.
You trained me.
I trained you.
Yeah.
That's
you,
right.
Todd Harrington and Mark Otis.
Oh my God!
All right.
Small world.
That was the
rock
that was
star
the dream
team.
team right there.
Oh yeah.
That was a good crew.
Great memories.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. And then you stayed with Bertucci's forever, and
Yeah.
I left that restaurant, but he and I would always stay in touch and see each other. And then Maddie went on to run 2 ovens over in Westboro or Shrewsbury, which was part of the Bertucci's family. And then when that closed, you went back to Bertucci's, same company, but he went back to Framingham, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then we needed some help here, and I just randomly one night sent Maddie a text like, "Hey, any chance you're going to leave a place you've been for 15 years?"
Well, we had heard rumor. We had also heard some rumors that, I mean, it wasn't rumors at that point. Bertucci's was in a state of flux, let's say, and you were at 2 ovens.
Yeah, I was back at Framingham.
Oh, you're back in Framingham, but they had juggled you around a little bit.
Yeah, it was,
and things
it
were
was-
kind
it
of
was-
up in the air.
You know, it was going through another ownership change.
Yeah,
and
so-
everything, and Robert Earl was taking
Which-
the company back over. So
Bertucci's did that a half dozen times, relatively well, and who knows, they might be doing well again. But it was a little hairy. You know, it's like, how many times do you want
It
to
was
reset
right
it?
place, right time.
Right
for
place,
us.
right
I'll
time.
tell you
He
that.
responded yes, and I almost dropped my phone. I'll be honest, it was
Oh, perfect.
It was an absolute just like shot in the dark sort of thing. Like there's no way Maddie would come here, and he did. And so
Yeah.
obviously we're completely psyched about that.
So we had Buddy on earlier this week. Buddy had worked for us temporary, very
And we've
short
known
term
Buddy
with
for a
us.
long
We've known
time.
Buddy for a long time, and today we were like, we have this new dish. We're gonna put it on the menu for a special. I think it's probably the right idea or right time to have Maddie come on, join the show, and maybe talk about this dish that we have here today and what we're doing with it.
Yeah, and Maddie's always right out back, so Maddie can be a regular special guest.
Absolutely, absolutely.
anytime you want, I can
Yeah.
come back.
So what do we got? I'll show a
So
picture.
today we have some roasted turkey tips on the grill, and it's going to come with some roasted potatoes and some Brussels sprouts. These turkey tips, they're marinated in lemon, garlic, and rosemary. And actually, the way that just came to be is one of our cooks in the back noticed that the Turkey Day sandwich sales were kind of slowing down a little bit. And he's like, "Well, we got this extra turkey." He's like, "Let's do something fun with it." He's like, "Let's do turkey tips." So I was like,
I
Love
love
"Sounds
it.
like
I
a
think
great
it's
idea. Let's run with it. Let's
And
go, baby."
you know me, like roasted Brussels sprouts all day, every day. Like
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
it's so funny. I was actually earlier today talking with somebody about roasted Brussels sprouts. So I'm so happy that they're there.
Yeah.
I'm
Love
going
it.
to definitely eat those. Awesome.
Well, I'm gonna try some
What is
right
it,
now.
like
Yeah.
cranberry relish?
Yeah,
Some cranberry
what is this
relish?
Cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce.
Gotcha.
And turkey tips are great. We do steak tips, so now I have turkey tips or steak
Yep.
tips. These are obviously a little more economical too, so they're still equally as filling, but they're not quite as expensive.
Is
Steak,
there bacon in there?
steak is incredible.
No.
Yeah, there is,
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
but that's okay. Eat the ones without them.
I'll have a potato.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah. Funny.
That is so good.
Oh, so good.
I mean, normally turkey is a little dry. This is
No, this is great.
Oh, this is moist.
Oh man.
And you,
Oh, yeah,
you
it's great.
marinate that?
Yep, it's marinated. A little oil, lemon,
And we
garlic,
sold a few
rosemary.
of these tonight.
Oh man,
We just put it on the menu tonight, so we already sold 3 or 4.
it's great.
Yeah.
Very hearty meal. Like you'll be
Hearty.
full if you eat that.
The
Filling,
nice thing about it,
tasty.
though, I like this time of year a hearty meal that doesn't look like it's going to weigh you down. Like, it's something about it that's like lighter and fresh. With the,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
It
it's
doesn't
definitely
look like you're eating like a big bowl of pasta or whatever.
Right.
You know? It's more
Well, they-
like that's like something you might have at a barbecue, like a backyard grilling session. Right?
definitely.
Yeah, this is kind of
A lot of veg here.
guilt-free, right? I mean, the turkey tips are harmless, really. White meat, so better for you than, let's say, a beef would be or pork
Oh,
would
it's
be.
great.
Brussels sprouts, again, great vegetable, great root, and then potato.
And the turkey sub sandwich is great, but again, it's heavy. It's got turkey
Yeah.
and stuffing.
Well, when
and,
we put it on, we knew it was
it's still cold out.
abnormally cold.
You
was a
said
little cold.
we're going to do the lobster roll on hot days and, the turkey one on cold days. And it worked almost exactly like that. And then there
Now it's-
started being no more cold days.
It was 82 today, right? So, and it's going to be 85
And I love
tomorrow.
the fact that you took the back of the house. You know, somebody said, "Hey, I have an idea," and you promoted that. You know, let them go through with it and do that. Like a lot of places you work, you don't get that sort of
Well,
freedom
I'm going
to
to tell
do
you,
stuff.
the team that we got here right now is awesome. I mean, these guys have been here, before the whole COVID thing went down, and they're still here now. We were able to bring back a bunch of guys, with, the increase of sales that we've been doing. So, it's been really great that we've been able to keep most of the staff back.
Yeah, back of house for sure.
Yeah,
And this is the most tight I've seen the back of the house.
No
the
question.
camaraderie
Since
is,
we've
is
opened.
awesome. The
Yep.
teamwork is great.
Yep.
I just, they hold each other accountable. They joke with each other. They it's a team back there.
They bounce recipes
And
off one
but
another.
a lot of that has to do with the head coach.
Well, that's always
the guy
the
in
case.
charge.
Yeah.
Always
And-
the case.
and
You
Matt,
go into
you're
a place
killing
and
it.
you're like, oh, I can tell they have no leader back here. We do not have that problem. So,
Yeah.
And right now, the supply chain is still effed up basically.
Yep.
So we need to be thinking. We need to be thinking on our feet. This isn't selling. How do we turn it into something else? What can we do? There's the number of ingredients in the world are pretty limited, but what you can do with them is unlimited. So it's nice to be able to say, let's modify this dish to make it something that's more palatable right now.
Yes.
And
Lighter,
I
more veg.
I hope that this sort of thing stays with the industry as it moves forward.
Yeah.
The sort of eliminating the printed menus
Well, that's
gives us
done.
so much flexibility, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, today we want to do that. I literally went online, I put it on the menu, I put it on the thing in a second, and it was done, and okay, there it is.
Yeah.
And so, as opposed to like, okay, we got to think about it, we're going to do a test to do the thing, then we got to print the things and do the. This is just, and I feel like restaurants can start to be more creative and start sort of exploring.
We're going to be forced to.
Yeah.
Last week, ground beef tripled in price. Next week, it might not be available.
Right.
The week after that, steak might triple in price. It doesn't matter.
I do have one.
we're gonna
problem,
have
though.
some
I
stuff.
still don't have a beverage.
Well, that's
What happened to your
what's
beverage?
going on.
Well, I drank it, I think.
Oh.
You should find a bar somewhere to grab a drink.
Well, there's that. You could also make us a drink.
Oh,
You can make us a drink.
I want to make a drink.
Drinks are
Yeah,
next.
why don't you make a drink?
I think
So,
Maddie should stick around and have a
Maddie,
drink with us.
why don't you have it stick around?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I get that.
Are we? What did you guys think of a drink?
So-
So I sort of strolled in late today, like at the last second, because I was lucky enough to get to play with my band again today, and out in the driveway, and had just a great time with some awesome people. But got here just in time, so I have no idea what's.
So what was the day?
Let's have
Yeah,
our-
what was the day we had the Montenegro?
That would be yesterday.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
I
think it was
don't
last night.
remember.
I don't remember. They all kind of blur together. But I really like bar roulette. It's my long way of saying I love bar roulette.
Oh,
so,
bar roulette. Okay.
It's kind of like Chopped for bars. Like you just gotta here's your ingredients, go.
and
Well, let's
because-
hope Gary's watching.
Yeah,
first-
Gary,
the
we're
first
counting
three
on
times
you.
we did it. The first two times it was, I think it was gin, and it was vodka. So
Yeah.
that was easy.
Yep.
What I wanted the game to be, or what the best part about it is when it's a drink like the Montenegro or the Razzmatazz.
That was a
something like
surprise, though, the Montenegro.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
it
was,
turned out great. You made a second one.
I did. After
The show was over, Josh made another one. So that's how much you
like,
like.
okay,
that's a
that's a-
legit. Huh?
I
That's
really
a legit.
did.
Before we
I
get-
liked it too.
Before
I thought
we
it
get
was
to the drink, I just want to read the comments. All right. Courtney says, "Woo, Maddie," with a bunch of O's. Nick says, "Attaboy." And then Ken says, "Now I know who my hero is, Maddie."
Yeah, exactly. He's the real hero behind the
Christine
scenes.
says, "Hey, Maddie B." And
That's
then
us.
Ken's got a question. These are the tough questions that, you're on the hot seat right now.
All right.
Can I ask why salmon on green kidney beans instead of white kidney beans? Asking for a friend.
No real reason. I mean, just kind of what we had in stock right now. So
Well, that's easy.
There you go, Ken.
kind of go with what we got.
In other words, we put a lot of thought into it.
And it also looks nicer too, the green with the pink. and
What's the difference?
I don't
Other than the color.
Well, so you're talking about a lima bean versus a white cannoli bean versus a kidney
Oh.
bean, right? Is that what we're talking
I don't
about?
know.
Yeah. So a lima bean,
Yeah, okay. Those
great
are,
flavor, but tends to be chalkier, a little bit different, whereas the white bean tends to be a little more
like the
earthy
softer
and
sort of-
softer.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Our salmon setup since we opened was lima beans.
yeah.
And we only recently changed that when we went to COVID lockdown, and it sounds like you brought some back. Yeah, so.
Fun.
All right. So can we ask everybody watching at home to throw
a
in
number?
a number between 1 and 141?
Yep.
And let's pick a bottle over here. So hit us with the number. The first number we will take.
So
And we'll
Maddie,
either make a cocktail.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
So our goal is we either make a cocktail with this, and if we don't know how to make an acceptable cocktail,
Yeah.
we all got to do
We
a
have
shot.
to take a shot. So
And there's some really
we were
nice stuff.
very close to taking a shot at Montenegro until
Yeah.
Gary came through in the clutch.
Gary helped us out. Yes. So audience participation is fine.
Louder and funnier.
Louder and funny. Audience participation is fine. If anyone has a recipe for the number we come up with,
So-
we'll shoot it at us.
Your mom, Leslie Briggs,
Uh-oh.
said 85.
All right.
Great year.
He doesn't remember.
I'll
He keeps saying I remember. Just direct me. It's more fun when you do
All
that.
right. So the first and the last, it's not down here.
This is
I'm
102.
going to think it's over here.
102.
What's the first one? That was 102? Yeah. What's the last one? What's the first one there?
Which one? Over here?
Yeah. What's the number? There should be a number.
63.
All right. So you
What
got,
number did she say?
85.
So you're probably in there
Probably
somewhere.
around here. 63.
And then the last one's numbered. You can count backwards. Top right should be numbered.
Oh, God, not the sofa.
101.
Okay. So you're halfway in between somewhere. Count back.
Which like this?
Well, it doesn't matter if you want to count backwards or forwards.
Is that one numbered?
No, it should be first and last. In the
So
bag.
if this is 62?
Yeah,
just
so
count
count.
ahead.
Right.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6, right across the front.
9, 10, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Is the Jameson 74?
Didn't
So where do
appear.
we go?
Then where?
Yeah, keep going to your left.
This way? 5,
Yep.
6, 7, 8,
Next row.
9, 10, 11. Oh, sorry. 80.
80.
81.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's
Five.
it.
5.
5.
5.
There you go.
Well,
That's like creme de menthe or something.
it is.
Creme de cocoa.
Creme de cocoa.
Wow.
Creme de cocoa. Here in
So-
Walker.
So
Well,
there's a lot you could do
I was
with
going to
that.
say, this one, it turns out, you definitely don't want shots of this, but it's in a million drinks. So,
Yeah.
All right.
We can definitely make a drink with this
creme
guy.
de cacao. And not only that,
The
we could just, like I said earlier, most of these have a recipe if you flip them over.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. What's
And
it
this
say?
one has the Mocha Martini.
There we go. That's what we're making.
So it's 2.5 parts vodka, 1 part this, 1 part Kahlua. Mix all drinks in a cocktail shaker and serve in a martini glass.
Well, all
Why
right.
don't we do shots of that instead?
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
let's
doing
do it as
shots.
shots. I also said that the other day. Any of these specialty drinks in a martini are actually just shots in a martini. So you can do anything. You get any of these peach, raspberry, vanilla, cocoa, chocolate, doesn't matter. If it goes in a martini glass and it's not just in a martini, it's really a shot.
Yeah.
It's in college, these go in shot glasses, and then you go and get a job and you order it in a martini glass. And
Yeah.
It's the same freaking drink.
So true. So true.
What so Maddie, when you're working back there in the kitchen these days, what's changed? Like, working with the vendors and stuff. Is there a lot is it different, or does it feel like the same?
Oh, it's way different. They're running out of stuff constantly, whether it's paper stuff, food products, dairy products, things like that. Like everything is in such high demand right now, and people
Crazy.
are buying everything in bulk. It's
Yeah.
one day it's here, the next day it's not. So
And
Right
are they
now
even
we're going
asking
day by
us, or are they
day.
just substituting? And like you see on the invoice, substituted this, and it just
Yeah,
shows
you know,
up.
they'll do their best. You know,
Yeah.
they'll ask me, hey, you know, we don't have the exact product that you're looking for, because they know that, you know, we're looking for
Kahlua
higher products
over
and,
there.
you know, better quality stuff. So
Right.
if there's something that we don't have that we usually get, they
Got
try
it.
to
They
find
try to give us something.
a substitute.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, weird things like French fries. We've had 3 or 4 different French fries in the last 8
Yeah.
weeks, and whatever shows up, shows up. We
Right.
cook them. I mean, it just is what it is.
yeah.
Which, you know, is fine, and I love it.
Better
Like,
than not having food.
Better than not having food. But I'll tell you, like, I love our fries when there are actual fries. I think they're
Yeah.
the best around.
Yep. That's true.
How did you get into to the restaurant industry, Matty?
Way back when I was a young lad, my cousin had his own restaurant in Auburn called Ski's Place. It was breakfast and
What was his name?
Robert Warshewski.
Oh, it wasn't Steve? I was joking.
Oh, Ski's Place.
Skis.
Oh, Ski.
Like
I
that.
thought you said Steve's place.
Is that on Route 12?
Yeah.
I think I know exactly where
Yeah.
that is.
So he had that for a while. So I got my start there, and then ever since then I've been hooked. I was working at Wachusett. I did some time at Quiznos for a while before I was in college, and Panera Bread, Bertucci's, and now here, you know. So.
Awesome.
Wachusett, Wachusett.
Wachusett Mountain?
Oh, at the
Oh,
mountain.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, for the
Way back in the day when I was
the
in high
Polar Cola family.
school. Oh, yeah.
You got some
Flowers.
shots for me?
Shot glasses.
Yes, sir.
I think they're all over there. Oh, there's a couple there.
I got 2
Nice.
here.
I love that place, Wachusett Mountain.
Oh, yeah, it's so fun.
I've had, besides the fact that they've
Spring,
been a
summer,
huge
fall, winter.
supporter of Wicked Twister Pretzels,
They have been.
which is always awesome. But as far as like even since I was a kid, I've gone skiing there. I love snowboarding actually. I've done a lot of skiing at Wachusett.
Now, Matty,
But,
who's your favorite boss of the three of us?
I mean, it's got to be
No
all
pressure.
three, you know?
I mean,
I mean,
You got to say Josh.
I mean, on the hot
He's
seat.
the reason you're here.
That's so awesome.
you brought
That's
me
my
here,
favorite question
You
ever.
brought me in, you can take me out.
That's right.
What's your favorite? What would you say to Sean if you could say anything you wanted to say?
Wait, let me plug my ears.
Why don't we repeat what that
What is the thing you dislike most about Sean?
Oh, you wait. Give it a couple months. We're still locked in this place
Give it a
6 months
couple
from
more
now.
shots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him drunk enough to
All right.
tell us.
Cheers.
So, what's it say on the name of the bottle? What is this called?
It's
It's a creme de cacao. It's a coffee
This one's
martini.
called
Mocha
Mocha martini. Mocha martini.
Mocha
Mocha
Martini.
martini shot.
Yep.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Mocha martini.
Mocha martini.
Oh,
Mocha
yeah.
martini shot.
That's
No
exactly as
question. Oh,
advertised.
we got more.
I overpoured intentionally.
Over intentionally. It's easy. Although, you can just skip to the chase and do a shot of Kahlua.
No, this has got a little more. This is
It's a little.
sexy.
It's a little sexier. Okay.
John Nickerson says, he's like, hey Matty, FMK with Josh John and the game F Mary Kill.
Oh, we're doing FMK. For those of you that don't know that game, look in Google.
Don't.
No, we're not going to play it. But there's a game, FMK.
Oh God.
Put me out of my misery. I'm good.
Thank
Just,
God.
I'll volunteer.
Thank God the human resources have to get laid off too. Yeah. in trouble right
Human
now.
resource. Can you imagine being human resources right now with like all your employees coming back with masks and COVID
God.
and temperature taking and lawsuits? I mean, what do you do if you've got like 1,000 people in a building? Like I worked at Bose for 12 years and we were packed to the gills. Got to
That's
come back
really
next
easy.
week.
Oh, cheers.
And
again,
now
guys.
what? Like,
Oh,
hey.
sorry.
Oh, man. Oh, I like it better colder. It's at a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, but this whole world right now is
Hand me that bar rag down there.
It's gonna be
HR is, I mean, the word HR nightmare is a thing, but it's
Yep.
really a real thing right now.
Yep.
HR departments don't have any effing idea what to do right now.
Yeah.
Luckily, they're probably all going to not be
Nobody
liable
has
of
any
anything.
idea what to do anywhere.
No, that's
it's
true.
all. It's all like at the moment we're just making it up as we
You know
go.
what?
Every
I
single-
take that back. I think we do know what we're going to do.
think you're right.
We're getting the hang of it. We're going to open slow. We're
Yeah.
going to open outside first. What are our plans for outside? What do we want to do?
So outside is really kind of
drum roll.
yeah. Outside is really where you're
where
going
it's
to be
at.
safe.
Yep.
You're going to feel. We've said this before. You're going outside. You're sitting there. It's
Airflow.
way much more airflow, way more space. you don't feel confined. You don't feel like when you're sitting next to somebody, or you need to have a sneeze guard or something like that.
Yep.
Outside is where everything needs to happen, in my opinion, for the restaurant industry. I think you agree, Josh.
I think we all agree.
I think this is where it's going.
And that's where it's going. We're watching these places set up outdoor dining everywhere.
And so for us, we thought if we can set up some sort of outdoor tent, maybe 20 by 40, something huge out in the front, throw some tables there, an area where you can do some live music, area where you can have an outdoor bar. Someone had said tiki bar, maybe something in that vein, kind of.
Right.
But just
Fun
outdoors.
outside.
I mean, could you imagine right now? The weather's perfect right now. I wish we were outside right now, having a drink, listening to some
Well,
tunes.
the beauty of what I like about our idea is that we have Paul, our architect, who helped create this beautiful interior. He said to us, no, we're not just throwing a tent up.
Yeah.
Just don't throw a tent. The design he has put together with the flower pots and the different
He added
trees
his
and
touch to it.
the lights and the music.
And then
like it's
seating
gonna-
outside of the
it's
tent
gonna
even with
feel-
umbrellas.
And I feel like it's going to feel like reunion, but outside.
outside.
It's not like we're just going to throw out some picnic tables, say, hey, everybody go enjoy yourself.
Yep, no, it
we're
won't
going
be
to bring
picnic tables.
reunion outside.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited
With an
about
outside
this.
flair. Frozen drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Live
no.
music more than just Thursdays. Like,
No.
let's bring all the musicians back.
I have my vision is like Key West patio.
Kind of music always
There's
happening.
just a musician always sort of
Margarita
playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just somebody's always playing. Just, if people are here, let's hope we have a musician playing.
Yeah. Some days we have grills outside. We'll have drink specials. We'll do frozen drinks. Be fun.
Yeah. It's gonna
Maybe
be
we'll
awesome.
stick the TV out there and do trivia a couple nights a week.
I think we're going to figure that out too.
John asked, are male coconut bras kosher for the outdoor bar? Asking for a friend.
Absolutely.
It's not
Required.
only kosher, it's actually required. I already printed
John, you're not allowed here until you do that.
Yeah, you got to get that.
I already printed the manual. Where is it?
Outdoor dining, flowers, lights, and music, yes.
Yep,
Christine
yep.
says. And Lynn says that sounds awesome.
We'll mosquito the hell out of the place.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We'll get citronella candles and we'll spray and stuff. And
It just needs to be a spot where you can enjoy yourself during the summer.
Yeah.
And maybe, hopefully, it'll bring back some normalcy. Like, you're not worried about COVID as much. And
And the beauty here is we've got
safe.
all this parking in back.
yeah.
So everybody
Park
can
around.
park and walk around and come in. We won't be losing anything really.
No, really.
Exactly.
We won't be.
I feel like it's just going to add to. I really
Yep.
think it's going to be fun. It's,
Yeah. We're going to make a beer
If,
garden.
if it wasn't COVID,
We would do it anyways.
I would be begging to do exactly this
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
this fits right into where I love.
I would say if it wasn't COVID, it would be a great luxury. Like, I would say almost like that would be cool to have.
Right.
Yeah.
I think with COVID, I think it's not only just cool to have. I think it's a necessity.
It's essential.
Oh, yeah.
It's an essential part of having our business being able to thrive. Because without it, it could hurt. And especially moving in the long run, because we won't all be on the same playing fields if we
Right.
can't have something to do outdoors.
And the reality is, inside for us right now, we don't want to do the first phase of inside when it's 25% with plexiglass and spaced out. And no, we don't want to do that and then shut down if there's a second wave and then open up again. If we do outside, we'll wait till the third or fourth phase till we can really bring people inside and let people sit at the bar and sit somewhat near each other. So until then, it's outside. I think that makes more sense.
I do want to take 1 second and just say hi to our friends at Wormtown Brewery. Shane reached out to me today and told
Says
me
he
that
watches?
he's a fan of the show.
Nice.
So
Thank you, Shane.
He's never chimed in, but I know you're out there, and we love those guys over there at Wormtown.
Shane was responsible for probably a third of our employees when we opened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Shane.
Thank you
you,
for
Shane,
letting
and
us
BB.
steal all those employees.
So, and we're still very good friends with Shane, who we've known from BBC and, of course, Wormtown. That whole gang, and they sell our
I just wanted
pretzels.
to make sure I
Yep.
threw that out there.
I don't think we need to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not? Play the
Okay.
game.
Play a game? All right. So
That's fun.
if you've
Oh, I
been
had no
watching...
idea you were talking about. I'm sorry.
Okay, if you've been...
I just said yes.
if you've been watching... yes.
Let's,
Oh, you
whatever.
want?
Yes.
I don't think we need to do another shot of that stuff.
If you've been watching every single day, by the way, this is episode number 28.
Wow.
We've done 28 consecutive in a row. I think that's kind of cool. But
I feel like we're almost getting the hang of it.
yeah, kind of. I mean, you're screwing up every now and then, but me and
And,
Sean are
you
doing
know,
great.
every other time we don't have sound and stuff like that, but you know, that's all me.
It's always the camera sideways sometimes. We start with no host.
But we have Maddie on this time. And 28's a lucky number. You know?
We have a.
I was born
His
on
birthday is 28th.
Were you really?
Yeah.
July 28th.
July 28th.
See that? You know.
I know that.
I'm the 16th.
Are you?
I'm
Nice.
the 5th of July.
Oh, really?
All right.
You know what they say about
so we
July
have
birthdays? We're the best.
There you go.
Same. We normally play a game, so we've been doing like Desert Island or Would You Rather or Never
Top
Have I Ever,
five.
Top 5. Fantasy World, where you can be like, you know, if you lived in this world, what would you be doing, whatever. So, what's your favorite one out of those games, Matty? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I don't care. I love them
Would
all.
it be maybe this one?
Would you rather?
All right, cool.
I don't know.
So, Would You Rather is a simple game. Usually,
Josh?
you ask these are just fun like bar games where you ask each other like, would you rather this or would you rather that?
It's almost like FMK, but like the PG version.
The PG version is something we could do here. So
Yeah.
I have a list here of, and again, some of these are juvenile, some are
Just
not.
throwing plastic.
Like, let me just see if we can find some good ones here. All right. So here's a good one.
Thank
Who
you.
are we asking?
This is for all of you, all of us,
For
and
all of
everyone
us, okay.
watching at home.
Okay.
Would you rather?
Would you rather have to shave all of your hair or lose all of your teeth?
Shave the hair.
Shave your hair. That's a non-issue. That's a
down.
nothing. That's easy.
I've done that before.
All
Lost
of
your
I've been
teeth?
bald. Yeah, I've been bald.
Yeah?
I've been bald. Yeah.
Yeah, ditto.
We're doing that now.
I'd rather lose my teeth. I kind of want to keep my hair as much as I can.
No way, man.
So you think that's going to help?
Yeah, bald or hair with tooth. A really hairy, toothless guy.
I've
fine,
done the
fine.
bald one before. I did that. Yeah, that's fine.
About 2 years ago, I said no more. I said no more haircuts. I've been letting it grow since. So.
Same.
Would
Yeah.
you rather have a camera as your eyes or a sound recorder as your ears? So anywhere you go, you can take pictures, or any conversation you have or anything you hear, you can record and listen to later, or
That
keep
sounds
in your
like Black.
files.
That sounds like
Absolutely
Black Mirror.
record.
sort
Yeah,
of thing.
right.
Oh, I love Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Black Mirrors.
Absolutely record.
Really?
Well, because the picture is 1,000 words, but like audio is legit. Like you can
So,
use
like,
it. That's
so
evidence.
You go visit the Grand Canyon, let's say, or whatever, and you're like,
I don't
you
need
think
to
about
share
it, like,
that.
10 years ago, I'm like, man, it
You're
was
like
so
echo,
beautiful.
echo. That was great. That's all you get with the recording.
So
I meant the camera eyes, but
I know. I'm
no,
just kidding.
I'd way rather have the audio recording. If they had pictures of Nixon in the Oval Office,
I will. I
which they did, wouldn't have mattered.
I
Well, what
disagree.
worked?
I'm
The
totally.
tapes.
I disagree. For me, it's all pictures.
all pictures, right?
Yeah, I need to. My memory works that way. If I see it, I'm like, I'm right there. I'm right back there. If I hear it, I don't.
I think we're
always-
thinking of it differently.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm thinking of what you get to record. You get to still see and hear. You still have the memories, but if you have like a
That's true.
situation where you got like, so Your Honor, no, actually, the picture looks cute, but here's what they said.
But here's the problem,
How
though.
many times have you been in that scenario? As
Never,
opposed
'cause
to
I don't have-
wanting to like actually like see the thing.
But
that
here's
you
the problem.
saw.
It'll call you out on your own bullshit too.
Right.
So sometimes, like 10 years ago,
I'm
you'll be
fine
like,
with that.
10 years ago, I said this.
Like, they
and
play
then,
it
"Oh,
back."
they play it back, and it was just like you did not. You misremembered or whatever. It's like, you're like, oh man, like I wish.
That's
All right.
exactly what that Black
So
Mirror
you
is.
referenced Black Mirror. Have you seen Black Mirror?
Never.
All right. Have you
Oh,
seen Black Mirror?
yeah,
Okay. So I think it's episode 2 or 3, where they have the little the little contacts that record everything,
Yep.
and you can interact with someone, and they're like, "What happened?" And you go, "Hold on," and you send them the video, and you can actually watch what they saw or did. So like
And
husband
people-
and wife.
they, like, how
where
was
were
your
you
interview
tonight?
today? Well, let's watch it.
Let's watch it.
And you watch the interview. Oh, that guy definitely didn't seem to be so into you
Right.
or whatever. Blah blah blah.
And then they take it to the extreme.
Yeah, it's a
Boyfriend,
it's-
girlfriend. So where were you this weekend? Because the other thing is you can
A
share.
reunion?
You can share, right?
And then they can
Last call?
delete.
They can
and then
delete,
it's
and they can-
crazy. It's a crazy show.
Yeah. So
They
and
actually
then
there's a new episode, there's a new
It's so
season
good.
ready to be released right now, and the producers said, no,
It just-
COVID is
that-
crazy enough
that we don't
We're
wanna
not
scare
gonna release
people.
this because it's like
It's so scary.
It's right in the same
Yeah.
wheelhouse of what's happening right
Well,
now.
so one of the things, so that show I would describe it as the Twilight Zone mentality and class
With modern technology.
With modern technology.
Exactly.
Take social media and communication and the internet, all the things that we have at our fingertips right now, and take it to the worst place, basically.
Yeah.
And every episode starts out with like, this is a good idea.
Yeah, so
and
I'd
then
rather not
half
do
an hour,
any of those
20
things.
minutes in, you're like, this is unbelievably awful, scared.
Let's do one more.
All right,
All
well, here we go.
Sorry.
Would you rather go back in time 1 year and talk to your old self, or go into the future 1 year and talk to your future self?
Back.
So you'd have to relive the whole last year.
Perfectly fine.
Always future for me.
So if you go to so here's the thing, and this is the paradox, the time travel paradox. If you go to the future, talk to your future self and tell him, that was a mistake, what you made, blah blah blah. It would end up altering your past anyway. So you wouldn't make those.
Isn't that the same the other way too, though? Like if you go back and tell your
True,
past
true,
self
then
something's
yeah.
wrong and they fix it, then it doesn't happen in the
So
future.
the space-time continuum has been since the day Back to the Future 1 came out. I can remember vividly I had a sleepover with my friend Rob Rose, bless him,
Bless his soul. No longer with us.
who the two of us, I must have been in 6th grade. I don't know what year that came out. 6th grade, 7th grade?
That sounds about right.
And I remember just like, okay, wait, let's just talk through this.
The paradox.
For a minute. What if this is a real thing? And I am infatuated with time travel. Anything with time travel. I don't care what it is. If there's time travel involved, I want to watch it. I want to understand it. I love it.
You ever go down the rabbit hole on YouTube and watch those videos?
Oh, yeah, I
that
have.
the creepy, like the music in the background, and they're talking about what do they call that? The Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where you
So many things.
misremember things, or
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or like the person with the cell phone in like 1815.
I love
I'm telling
those.
you, that stuff creeps me out.
Or Matt Groening from The Simpsons, predicting.
There was another
every
one
single
today.
thing.
Yeah, it was Barstool Magazine.
There was another one today that was released with, they all were sitting around the table with the news outlets and let's create a international pandemic. There's another one.
There was
It's-
one where Mo was on Bar and Stool Magazine, like Barstool Sports
Right.
started off as a newsletter.
Yeah.
Like just weird things like that. Like
Trump
Oh, the
coming down the
Trump-
escalator with the
exactly.
wave.
Like he's literally literally time travel for real. But so yeah,
It's awesome.
I honestly I'd go either way with the time travel.
They
I feel
say-
like go back a year and tell yourself something. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah,
the first
so
one?
yeah, you would tell yourself
40
something,
year
but let's
back.
just say you go tell your previous self, hey, next year's going to be COVID, so plan for this or whatever, or
So let's imagine a year ago. Imagine if I was saying to you guys, listen,
Here's what we got to do.
I know for a fact
This is what's going to happen.
that this is going to happen. You guys would have thought.
First
I
of all,
was
we'd
insane.
lock you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have thought I was insane.
Well, so
imagine
if
you
you
just
went,
started making all these preparations and stuff. And you're
Oh,
like,
we would
it's
lock-
coming, the pandemic's coming. We're like,
You guys
oh,
would have
boy.
been
We'd
like,
have put him in a
Josh
straitjacket.
really
God
lost
bless
it.
him.
I'm like, I got a bunker and all the canned beans I can
You could all-
find.
We need masks.
you can all visit Josh
Toilet
in the
paper.
office, locked in a straitjacket.
We need toilet
How's
paper.
Josh doing? He's all right.
He's
We're
fine.
waiting.
He's fine. He thinks there's some sort
And
of
then the day the
pandemic
announcement
coming
comes
or
out, we
something.
unlock you and we're like, oh shit, you were right.
He was right.
Whereas if you went forward ahead
Right.
and you encountered yourself, you'd be more likely to trust yourself. Your future self would be like, hey, listen, when you get back a year from now, fix this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're probably more likely to.
Yeah.
So I like that
Well,
idea.
because you'll know where you're at. So so a year from now, you're
Right.
like, let's just say.
So it's probably
you
easier.
You're a mess or whatever. And then you go back and say, hey, don't go
Don't
down
do
that
this.
road because that's what's going to end up happening to you. Do this instead. And then you fix it.
So I like that part of that. Because you're right. You'd be in a straitjacket downstairs if you went back a year from now and said, here's what's going on. And we would have been like, Josh.
The only way that would work is that if you just
You need
bet
proof.
your fortune on
Right.
this one thing happening. But then again, if theoretically, if you go in the past and you altered something, that result might not happen. The
Butterfly effect or the
There we go.
paradox.
So this is
The parallel
this
universe.
has haunted me since that day that Back to the Future came out, for real. And I remember the Ray Bradbury story where they send the guy back to go dinosaur
The butterfly
hunting.
effect.
Yeah.
The butterfly effect,
Yeah.
right?
He hunts
So
the
you know
Tyrannosaurus
the story?
Rex.
Yes.
They send him back. Bye, guys.
Right.
And then
He steps off the path.
They put the fake floating path, and it's like you just go back in time, and all you do is you're gonna hunt the dinosaur. We know when it's gonna die. we're going to wait till the second before it dies, and everybody gets to kill the dinosaur, and then we're going to go get the
Steps on
bullets
a
out.
butterfly?
And the guy steps on a butterfly and comes back to his real world.
The Nazis are in charge.
I think it's like 2019.
Yeah, the Nazis are in charge.
And the alphabet's
not
different,
right.
and all just little things,
And it ends with the owner of the company putting a gun to the guy's head and killing him.
Yeah.
The guy who stepped off the path.
Yeah.
Said you screwed us.
So that's
Yeah,
that's the
not to be
paradox
too
of
morbid.
mind travel. Not
All
to
right.
too deep.
So,
So don't go back in time. You'll fuck up the world, and go into the future. You might listen to your old self. Who knows?
I don't even listen to
What
you.
if
I don't listen to my current
What
self.
if somebody came, what if yourself came to you and I am you from the future or from the past, don't do this. You'd be like, that was a dream. Or
I would definitely be like, what was I taking?
food poisoning or what
Yeah.
was that? What
I
drug
mean,
was
I
that?
saw
COVID.
Bill, I saw Bill and Ted,
When they see each
meet
other,
up
they
in
meet
the
themselves.
Circle K
Hey, Bill.
parking
Hey,
lot.
Ted. You need to do this.
They convince each other, okay, tell me one thing I know about myself.
Funny.
Maddie, thank you for all you do here, man. You've been
problem.
killing it. Thank you for being a guest on Last Call. This was awesome.
We'll have you
We
back
had a lot
for
of fun,
sure.
absolutely.
Anytime, yeah.
I'm okay with he can do the food. Bring him in. Let's do the food every
Yeah,
night.
why don't you do it? Tomorrow when you come in, do the food.
No, I mean, I
I'll be back Thursday.
meant, I meant this part of the show. He already does the food.
Guys,
Awesome. Well, that was fun.
All right.
was
Very
fun.
much, guys.
So
have a
Good
great
night, guys.
everyone. We'll see you
Good night,
tomorrow.
everybody.
Good night.